Okay, so the never have I ever today is never have I ever used a jeweler's loop.
To continue with our theme.
Correct. Now, this is a jeweler's loop. Fits in the palm of your hand. It's not a huge thing. It's got a magnifier at one end, and it kind of folds into this little case.
Do you know what the magnification is?
Not off the top of my head. I did.
I have no idea, but it magnifies quite a bit.
It does.
Yeah.
It does. So here's another picture of the jeweler's loop. You can see up in this area here, that's where the magnification, you'll be able to see it a little better. In this one, the light's kind of getting magnified. So this is a jeweler's loop. It's not really that amazing of a device, but...
Although those two lights there don't come on every little jeweler's loop.
No. These right here, these aren't actually the lights. If you flip it over, this piece right here...
Yeah. Aren't those the lights there?
No, this is the battery.
Oh.
Use this to open the case to get the battery to...
Are the lights on the other side?
The lights are on the other side, yeah.
Okay.
And you can use white lights or you can use this black light thing.
But that's not a normal jewelry loop.
No. No, it's a jeweler's loop from the Trichome Institute for looking at
So if you were using a regular jeweler's loop, you might need to get your own light.
You might need to get your own light.
Right.
They do have these really cool things that you can connect to your phone that they're like pens and they're cameras that magnify it. So you can take you plug it into your phone, you take this little pen and you get it right up to your buds. So what I did was I took a picture of a bud here. You can see these white specks on them. The white specks, those are trichomes. That's not mold. That's not.
They're not
yuckies.
Mature yet. This is a piece that fell off, correct?
Correct. This is a piece that fell off. However, these are the trichomes that you would look at in a jeweler's loop. You'd want to get them from the bud more, but the ones here you could also look at to see what kind of trichomes you're looking at.
So what's important is those aren't feathers. Those aren't hairs. Though all those little things are trichomes. That's what you want people to understand.
Like this picture. So this is what it looks like through the jeweler's loop. Now, it looks like little white hairs. But if you zoom in, you can see they're not hairs. They're actually those little trichome things that we talked about a couple weeks ago. You got your little bulbous head there and the stalk. You even have some, these over here I think are the ones that are just starting. So remember we had the bulbous trichomes, we had the capitite sessile ones, and then the capitite stalk ones. Do you remember this?
Oh man, I just want to give you snaps all day long.
Yeah,
this is impressive. Yes, I do remember.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember.
So what we're looking at here is the
picture.
capitite stalked one. I mean, you really can get a good...
Mr. Weedley, I am so impressed when you say, and just zoom in. Of course, we're a little behind, so I'm like, okay, what does it look like? What does it look like? Good job with the picture.
Yeah.
Nice work.
Yeah, I've gotten really good with the jeweler's loop. It's been tough, but
you can really see that some of them are at different levels of
you really can. So now check this
maturity.
out. This is actually using a jeweler's loop, and you can see you got to get right up close, and then there they are, and there they are. Now you can tell they're a little cloudy. So you know that you're in the vicinity of harvest. You can't say that you're, necessarily, days away from harvesting.
But I see the difference. It's not so much like a star, like the glitter.
Correct.
It's not so diamondy. It's not so glitzy. It is much, you can still see the white, but the white has become less...
it's dull.
Yeah, it's dull.
It's like matte.
Exactly.
Instead of
it's not twinkly.
glossy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
wow.
That's using a jeweler's loop. And
My college self is really jealous of my actual self right now.
can you imagine? Could you just think about back then, knowing
No.
back then where we were going to be now?
No.
Phew,
I can't.
please.